Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Okay. In the previous video, I asked you when summer comes, what do you think about? Well, what about gardening? Everything is kind of calming down from the busyness of life, and the kids they're out of school. So a lot of us start our gardens, or either if we've gotten our seedlings started inside and everything, it's time for them to go out because guess what? It's warming up out there. Okay. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today, gardening during the summer. First of all, you want to choose plants that are heat tolerant. And a lot of, I've been reading a lot of people don't say they don't have a green thumb, but some of the people that I know that they like to cook. So you can choose to have a herb kitchen right there at your back door, your front door, wherever. You want to choose things like basil. You want to These are plants that are heat tolerant. So you want to do your herbs like your basil, your oregano, sage, your lavender. All right. Now, when it comes to the flowers, you want to try lavender. Some people are not successfully growing lavender. So if you want to go ahead and get it from the nursery, that's fine. So you want to try growing salvias, hibiscus, zinnias. Now, I did buy a hibiscus. It got to growing and I was happy. And she had buds on her. And all of a sudden, in the middle of last month, it was like something in the soil was eating on it. I'm like, I mean, the flower was about to open up, y'all. And I'm not the only one. Someone, it was like something just ate it down. Now it's getting started back. So I think I'm going to fertilize it this weekend. Yeah. Okay. Now, when it comes to the fruits and vegetables we want to grow, you want to choose things like okra, squash, carrots, peppers, eggplants, sweet potatoes, and tomatoes. Yes, they got corn, peas, cucumbers, and beans of any kind. Yes, beans love the sun. Okay. Other flowers that you could try growing would be marigolds, coreopsis, calabracia, petunias, and cosmos. Now, on Monday, um, what I did was since somehow when I planted my mom's cosmos, they I don't we had a huge storm to come like that night or a few days thereafter, and so when I went to check on the garden the other day, I only saw one cosmos. So I dropped some seeds for I think some 4 o'clocks and some um cosmos. She don't know y'all, but that's okay. That's for her garden. And I want to say I dropped some marigolds. I did. I think I did. And this is something we a lot of us say that we don't have a green thumb, but what about taking care of something that's as simple as a succulent? Succulents don't they some like the heat, some like inside or cool, be in a cool shaded spot. I'm not gonna say and they don't require a lot of maintenance and they don't require a lot of water. Okay. Other things you're going to want to consider for summer gardening are going to be the watering needs for your garden. You want to consider mulching your plants to maintain moisture, and it also prevents weeds from occurring. Yes, I need to de-weed my where my tomato plants are, and my gosh, the other thing about it is yes, just bending over and going through my hand rake and just getting up all the weeds. So it's kind of tall back there, and I don't want anybody else doing it. I'll do it myself. Okay, and with this heat coming and the sun and everything being out, You want to make sure that you provide your plants with the proper shade. So you should consider using a shade cloth of at least 30 to 50% sun blocker, mesh fabrics and things like that, or some type of knitting. Um, Now I have some I can't. The name was on my mind the other day. You can go to the so you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can go to the fabric department store. I mean, you can go to like, well, let's say Walmart, and get a roll of knitting, and it's cheap. You can use that to cover your plants as a shade blocker, yes, and also to prevent moss and things like that getting in your plants and landing on your plants. Um, Shade cloths can be used on hot days and days of intense with the sun being so bright. Um, because you do have some plants that you don't basically you want to use shade cloth on plants that's getting a lot of sun, too much sun. You know. Okay, when it comes to watering, you want to make sure you water regularly and deeply. Yes. Like last summer, I don't think we got a lot of rain. So like my peach tree and my grapevine, um I had to like really just let the water hose go for a, over an hour or so. I mean, yes, I fertilize and things like that, but I mean, it was so dry last summer that when it did rain, and let's say I dug a trench around my tree to put down fertilizer or something like that, maybe some compost, the ground was dry. I mean, I don't know. So, yes, you want to make sure that you water regularly and deeply. And consider some type of irrigation. Yes, I water with my water hose. I water with my water can, because I haven't done the irrigation system yet. That's something that I do want to tackle. You know, but when other people are doing your yard, you have to kind of like come along and take that up so that they can do your yard and put it and remember to put it back down. Okay. During this time, you just want to avoid stressing your plants out. You can consider we should consider watering in the early mornings or in the late evenings. That's the best time. That is the best time to water. Um and I understand sometimes when the sun is out and our plants are looking droopy, yes, we're giving it a little douse of water to kind of perk it back up. Yes, that does help, but try to like I said, try to get out there in the wee hours of the morning if you're an early riser, that helps, or in the late evenings when the sun is setting. All right. Make sure you harvest your fruits and vegetables, because when, let's say, like right now, my peaches. Yes, I'm being invaded by the plum cuculio, and so with this right here, if you see some fruits and vegetables out there that you know they're ready, you was like, oh, I come back out here in the morning and get it. I'm gonna tell you something. Go ahead and pick your fruits and your vegetables, because when you come back, one, it may not be there for whatever reason, and number two, it could get attacked by some sort of insect or pest that you haven't seen, in your garden. All right. And take this is just take a basket with you for when you get ready to harvest your produce. That way it's easier. Everything is right there at your fingertips. All righty. At this point, we need to help Mother Nature out with the pollination process, because I really haven't seen any butterflies. Mm-mm. All right. Okay, by possibly hand pollinating your plants like your cucumbers and your eggplants and your tomatoes. Yes, we may have to get out there and help Mother Nature by hand pollinating some of our things. If you don't know how, YouTube is there. I promise you. You just gotta look for the right video to teach you how to do it, but it's very simple. Use a toothbrush or a paintbrush or anything to hand pollinate to help get that fruit started, you know. Fertilizing. All right, guys. Consider how you will fertilize and how often. If you're going to use a liquid fertilizer, let's see. Well, for me, I use for well, I use a lot of different. Honestly, I do use I use well for the fall time. I use on my peach tree and my let's see my nectarine and my grapevine and all like that. I use a slow release fertilizer. They get that every like 3 to 4 months, and my garden overall gets either fish fertilizer, which is 511, 511, or super juice, which is nothing but kitchen scraps. I have a 5 gallon bucket with with water in there. I leave the lid off too, so the chemicals can evaporate, and my not my coffee grounds, my food scraps go in there. You know, your eggshells, banana peels, and when you do your greens and things like that, that goes in there. And I let it sit. I really let it sit for about 2 weeks or so, and I'm telling you, that stuff is potent. So you do want to consider when and how often you want to fertilize in your garden. You at this point, you want to put your garden's watering and fertilizing needs on a schedule or routine, something that you can stick to. Gardening is supposed to be fun. It is. It is supposed to be fun. And so you put everything, don't feel like, oh, I gotta do it today. Do it when you have time. So look, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial on what do you think when it comes to summertime. Like I said, gardening, among everything else with the kids being out of school and and all like that. But I sincerely hope that you all have enjoyed my little tutorial on today. All right, guys, look, y'all have a blessed weekend, and I'll catch you later.